Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to LisaBug Cardio-Strength Fusion. This is our last Tuesday in the month of January 2025. We're mixing it up with cardiovascular work and with strength training. So I have a couple of my exercise bands, a couple of different sizes of hand weights. I'm going to have music running in the background for me to keep a pace. And speaking of pace, the first week of the month, we did a pace of 116 beats per minute or steps per minute. Then we went to 117. Last week was 118. Guess what this week is? You would be right. 119, 119 steps per minute. That being said, be sure you're going at your own pace as well. So let's get rolling. I'm going to get that music out here. So let's just find that beats per minute, march in place. Hang on, it's at 118. I need to dial it up 1 beat per minute. It doesn't sound much different. Just 1 beat a minute doesn't make much difference, right? So march and march and march. Now notice just this normal movement we're doing with our arms as we're marching in place. I'm going to give you the option to hold light weights when we do this today. So that's up to you. You don't want anything really heavy because this is kind of a swinging action with our arms, right? So you're going to be able to pick that today. All right, let's take our march a little wider. It's out, 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 out. And you pick the width here. Doesn't have to be super wide. Now don't worry about your arms. Just put your hands on your hips. Try to pick up your knees a little higher. Good. Just 8 more each leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Tap the toes. Tap, tap, tap. And I want you to flex your foot or point your foot so you're feeling that in your ankle. Now the left hand stays at your hip. Your right hand's going to take it across the body and out. Warming up the shoulder. Just 4 more. Now right arm reaches up, up, up. 4 more, then we're going to combine those 2 movements for a little bit of mind-body work. 1 into the front, and 1 reaches up. Front, reach up, across, and up. How about 2 more of those? 1 more. Both hands on your hips. Point, point. I feel a difference in my arms, so let's do it on the other side. We'll go out and across. 4 more here. Nice posture with those shoulders. Now reach it up. Stretch. Good. Should start to feel the heart rate gently picking up a little bit. Now let's put them both together. So we go out and across, out and reach up. Good. 4 more times. 3, 2. 1 more time. Both hands to the hips. Point. Now keep those feet wide. Keep your feet planted and just lunge side to side. So now we're going to put the emphasis more into the knees. Left hand stays on the hip. Right arm does a reach down and a pull back. And you can turn your body. Rotate as you reach down. Rotate as you pull back. 4 more times. 3, 2. Both hands on the hips. Guess what? We're going to the other side whenever you're ready. Reach, pull back. Now feel your core really engaging here. 4 more times. Both hands on the hips. 2 more times. Now just hold to the right side. Hold. Pull up the toes. Feel a little stretch here. Plant your hands on your thigh and lower your body down until you feel a good stretch. Ooh, yes. And come on up. Let's go to the other side. Bend the knee. Pull the toes up. Hold here for support and lower your upper body down. I'm really getting that stretch in the inner thigh and in the hamstring. Come back to the center. We'll bend both knees. Do a little twist to the right. Drop the left shoulder down. Look over your right shoulder. And let's go the other direction. Just wringing out any tension in your spine. And back to the center. Round your back as we come all the way up to stand. And then walk your feet in. Tap the toes behind you. It's right foot, left, right, left. Now let's reach out with the same hand as the leg that's going back. Since it's winter, maybe we can do cross-country ski poles. Grab those poles. Let's do 4 more each foot. 3, 2, hold the right foot back. Press your heel down to the floor. Bring your arms up into goalpost or cactus arms. We'll close and open. In and back. In. So we're getting a stretch on your right calf as we're doing some dynamic mobility for the chest and shoulders. 1 more time. Hold that chest expansion. Great job. Let's switch feet. Step back with the left. Push your heel down to get a stretch there. Bring your arms back up. Now, different movement. We're going to rotate down, rotate up. Good. This is that rotator cuff. And you're just going through a comfortable range of motion. Find your mobility. 2 more. 1 more time. Great job. Let's step in. Okay, it's time for the cardio to begin. As I mentioned at the beginning, if you'd like, grab light weights. And just for reference, I have 3s. Now, if it's getting to be too much, you can set these down at any time. All we're going to do is march in place. Good. So we've got our 119 steps a minute pace. And we're just pumping the arms as we usually do. So we're leading with our right foot, right foot, right foot. So I'm going to give you a movement called the V step, as in Victor. So the V step looks like this. We step forward wide, back narrow. So as we step forward, we're wide. As we step back, we close our feet together. And I'm not going to do fancy things with your arms. I just want you to do normal, functional opposing arm action. Good. So we're going to do roughly 60 seconds of this movement. And if you want to jazz it up and do different things with your arms, that's something that you can be creative with. Nice job. 20 seconds to go. So we should be starting to feel some work in the biceps just by holding the weights with bent elbows at about 90 degrees. Good job. 2 more. Back to a regular march in place. Nice work. Now just bring the weights right to the chest. 4 more marches. Little squats to the right side. So we go out, in, out, in. So level 1, your foot is going to touch the floor each time you step in because that's easier to balance, right? Level 2, I want you to lift your knee up, up. Another option is your leg out to the side. So if the knee up gives you some hip flexor tightness, then we can do the outer thigh. We've got 12 more. I feel the heart rate up. 8 to go. 7. Boy, my left glute is starting to feel this. 4, 3, 2, just the squat, no leg raise. No leg raise. Squeeze your glutes as you rise. 4, 3, 2, left foot march in place. Left. Let your arms start to pump. Good. So now we get to do that V step, leading with the left leg. In 4, 3, V step left. Out wide, in narrow. Good. And if you prefer to set those weights down, that's okay. It's just a little extra, a little bit of challenge. We've got 60 seconds of this movement total. Now, if you bend your knees a little more as you step forward, kind of do a little baby squat, that's going to bring the heart rate up more, work the muscles a little harder. Good job. We're halfway, 30 seconds to go. Excellent. How's that heart rate doing? Is it getting up into the zone? Nice job. Last 4, 3, 2, regular march in place. Left, left. Bring the weights right to the chest. Keep marching. Next movement, squat to the left side. So we go left, in, left, in. Level 1, the foot touches the floor. So you have balance. Level it up. Maybe lift the knee up off the floor. Well, your knee wasn't on the floor. You know what I meant, right? Maybe you lift the leg side. Good job. I can tell it's harder to talk because that heart rate is up, my breathing rate is up, but it feels so good. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. Good. 4, 3, 2. Just the squat down and up, down, up, down, up. 4 more here. We have a drink break coming up. 3, 2, and 1. All right, time to grab a drink. And I want you to try to move, if possible, not stand in place. And we still have our weights. As an option, they're light to moderate. Okay, elbows bent about 90 degrees. We're going to step, tap. So we're just moving our body side to side. It doesn't need to be a big step. Okay, bring those arms up a little higher. We're going to reach out, right arm. Right arm. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of class, if you want to do this strength training in place and not move, that's okay. Or you can just do the movements and no weight training. Good job. We've got 4, 3, 2. Left arm reaches forward. Nice job. Now the timing is all your own. Don't have to copy exactly where I'm reaching and where my feet are moving. The idea is to do your strength training as you're moving the lower body if possible. It's going to keep our heart rate up a little bit more, and it's going to work the mind-body a little bit more. Good job. Now, if you can, you're going to alternate those arms. Right, left, right, left. Good job. If you need to stop your feet, just go right and left. Keep it going. We've got 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4. Now, if you have a shoulder injury, maybe you're doing no weight on the injured arm and weight on the non-injured side. Last one. Hold your arms at 90 degrees. Just keep moving here. Now, I want to keep these elbows bent and do a little lateral raise and back into position. Good job. So I have my elbows bent. It shortens the lever. You don't have to come all the way up to shoulder height. You can go right about here. And you can do this at whatever the pace you want to go. 4, 3, 2. One more time. Just side to side. So now I want you to just take the arms slightly across the body, keeping the elbows 90 degrees bend. 10, 9. You should feel this a little bit in your core as the weight is shifting away from the midline of the body. Bring the weights right to the chest. Now, earlier in class, we did a squat on one leg. Now we're going to alternate sides on the squats. Get ready. Squat out to the right, step in. Left, step in. Good. Now you can keep the weights at the chest, or you can start to raise them as you step in. And I'm going small right here at the beginning, maybe to my forehead. You can take it up higher. Or as I always give you an option, you can bring them down. So for severe shoulder problems, this is going to help with that by not lifting the arms at all. We have 10, 9, 8, 6, 5. Good. 2 more. March in place. Pump those arms. Good. Pick up the knees a little more. Now, if you have some space at home, I want you to start to take this to one side and then the other side. Now, I'm tapping my toe to change direction. So I'm going 4, 3, 2, tap the toe. 4, 3, 2, tap the toe. Good. If you don't have space at home, just do it in place. 4 more times, each direction. Good. Switch. 3 more. Switch. Switch. 2 more times. Switch. 1 more time, each side. Switch. Right foot march in place. Right, right. Good. All right, take your feet wide march. Back to a wide stationary squat. Good job. Now we'll lower the weights down in front of you. We reach down, pull up. Upright row. Now you can also do one arm and then the other arm. That feels a little bit more comfortable for the pacing, or slow it down to whatever pace is great for your body. 8, 7. Good. 4 more. Isometric squat. Hold it down. Bring the weights in front, bend your elbows, and we'll go out and in. So I want you to stay in the squat. Biceps are working pretty isometrically as we're rotating the humerus to the lateral. Good. 2 more. 1 more. Rise up out of the squat. Great job. Put both weights in your right hand. Turn to the side a little bit. So we're in a lunge. Reach that arm down. We're going to pull it up and down. So this is a strong muscle group. You should be able to double up your weight. Or if you want, you can just pick up a heavier dumbbell. 1 in that hand. If you'd like, add a little bit of a twist and open up the body. Reach it down. Nice long spine. I'm exhaling as I pull up and twist. Inhaling to lower back. Right about at knee level. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more. Pull it up. Last one. Now pull it up to the top. Hold it up there and lift, lift, lift. Small pulse at the top of the movement. 16, 15, 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, bring your body up. Come back to the center, switch hands, pivot the other direction, press your heel down to stretch. We're reaching right about at knee level and pulling back, reaching down. So this is our one arm bent over row. Now this leg here, getting some good isometric work. The leg in the back is getting a nice little stretch. Maybe we twist, opening, and down. This gives us some work in our core and our back muscles. Exhale when you pull and twist. Nice job. 6, 5, 4, 3, 1 more. Now just pull that elbow up and pulse it up. Lift, lift. This is very tiny and small. 16, 15, 14, 12, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Let's come on up. Quick drink break. I want you to still have your weights, but also take hold of a extra light or a light band. All right, so I'm going to use my extra light, which is my green. So what I want you guys to do, and again, this is an option, is you're going to hold on to the band, then hold on to a weight. Hold on to the band, hold on to the weight. So I have weight, I have band. I'm going to take my feet nice and wide and come into a squat and up. So the weight is working our biceps. The band is going to work our rotator cuff as we come open and in. Open. Now notice my elbows are staying tucked in to my waist. So that's getting that external rotation of the rotator cuff. My palms are up, but you can turn your palms in if you'd like. Good job. If you're good with it, let's get 8 more. 7. You can do it without the band, absolutely. You can do it without the weights and just the band. You could do it without the squat. But why would we do that? 3, 2. How about isometric? So let's sit down into the squat and hold. Now you can move the arms out and part way in. Out and part way in. Or just hold the arms out. Just a few more seconds. Woo. Good job. Let's go lower into the squat if we can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Release those arms down. Nice work. Now, just keep the arms straight. Keep the right arm still. We're going to take the left arm out, part way in. Good. Now I'm going to give you a little option for balance if you'd like. Come up on toes. Up on toes. Good. 4, 3, 2, no arms, no feet, rest. Now keep the left arm still from moving. Take the right arm out. Now you notice I'm not going very far because I'm stretching that band. And I've got a little bit of weight. Toe raise. 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, let's set the weights down, but keep the band. So we're going to go light to extra light band around the ankles. So take your time to get there in that position. Use a wall or a chair to help you balance. Okay, now I want you to hold on to something for this if you need to. If you don't need to hold on to a wall, you can re-grab your weights and you can do anything you want with your weights. So I have a little bit of pull on the band. I'm going to come down, up. So our work is going to be balancing on one foot while we lift one of our feet off the floor. It's going to be the left leg. So hold on to something if you need to. Level 1, we'll just tap our toe out and we're pushing against the band. So we're stretching it, but we're keeping our foot down. You can go slower or lift the leg off the floor. Good. Now I've got a little bend in the knee of this leg that's supporting myself. Little bend here. 10, 9. If you have weights, you can do whatever you want. Maybe some more upright rows. Get creative. We have 4, 3, 2. Just the squat or take a break. Or take a break. Okay, now the right leg's going to go, and we'll try with level 1 where we just tap the foot out to the floor. But you're pushing out against the band. Next level up adds the balance. Good job. We have 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 2, and no leg lift, just the squat or take a break. If you want to take a break, just rest a little or keep your squat going. So now we're going to take level 1 and do alternating sides. So we go left leg taps, right leg taps. Push out against the band. Can you do this without a band? Absolutely. Now you know what level 2 is, right? We lift the leg. We lift the leg. 10 more. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Take your time to get your feet out of the band. Use a wall or a chair for balance, or even sit down if you need to. And since we are making adjustments, grab a drink. Good job. Okay. Option to pick up your light weights again as we do one more cardio section. Bring the weights and march right. Good. Now you can keep a march going, Oh, we have this little movement called the boxer's shuffle. It looks like this: side, 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 side. So it's either march, 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 or just a weight shift. So what I want you to do is turn your body to the side so your right foot is in front, and you're either doing the boxer shuffle or you're marching in place, right, left, or shift, shift. Bring the weights up. We're going to take a little jab, jab. And I'm doing every other one, so I'm not speeding my arm up too much with the weight. Good job. 4, 3, 2, just the boxer shuffle or the march in place. Bring your body back to face the front. Turn your body the other direction. Left, left, left. Left jab. Out, in, out, in. Nice work. Now you can keep this going with your feet still. Good. Last 4, 3, 2, just the legs. Bring it back to the front. Boxer shuffle. Good. All right, bring your feet back together. March in place. And then 30 seconds, I want you to go as fast as you feel comfortable with your feet. Let's go. Go, go, go. Nice job. You can have your weights down. It's a little run. You've got your knees bent. Nice job. 15 seconds. Excellent. Let's burn it a little bit here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Okay, keep your weights by your spot. I'm going to bring my mat out, and I'm also going to grab my light band. It's a good time to take another quick swig of water. All right. Now, I don't want you to go right to the ground with your heart rate really up. So make sure maybe you do a little stretch or two. Let your heart rate come down. Whatever you'd like to do here. I'm going to give you about another 30 to 45 seconds to get down onto the floor. We've got weights and band. Let me grab my band. Okay. So once you get down there, the band's going to go above the knees. Try to smooth it out as best as you can so it doesn't start to roll and pinch your leg. And then I still have my 3-pounders. So we're going to work some chest flies, a little bit of shoulder work. All right, so take your time, get that band nice and smooth. Now some rules about the band is we never want it to collapse and go completely loose. I want you to keep some intensity and pressure against that band. So we'll take our weights and we'll come down onto the back. So bring your feet fairly close together, and we're going to do a double clamshell. So both knees go out and back in. Out and in. So we'll just keep this clamshell going to work the hips. Level 1, your feet are on the floor. Level 2, your knees are in table, your feet are together, and we're opening the clamshell out and in. Out and in. So both hips are rotating, deep external rotators. Now the arm, one goes out to the side, then the other arm goes out to the side. So this is a single arm chest fly. But guess what? Since one arm is going out, you've got to really work your core. I want you to press your back down into the mat. If your weights are too heavy to do a chest fly, bend your elbows a lot and do a chest press. So you'd bend your elbow and it would come down and push up. So that's going to be a lot easier. If you just want to work on your clamshell and no weights, that's okay. It's all about options, choices, modifications, and expressing your body the way that you feel best today in LisaBug class. We have 5 more, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. Relax your weights down. Let's do a little stretch for the back. So hug knees up into your chest. Great work. So now let's place the feet on the floor. We're going to do a bridge. Hold the bridge up. Now, while the hips are lifted in bridge, let's come back into an opening with the legs, closing in. Opening, closing. I'm going to give you options for weight, but I want you to get used to this movement. So if you've got it, let's grab your hand weights, bring them up, connect them together, and come into a skull crusher. Bend your elbows and push. So as you're pressing your legs wide, your elbows bend. And as your legs are coming back together, the arms straighten. Keep those hips up in bridge. 7 more. 6. 5. 3 more. Now let's do isometric on both of these. So push your legs out and hold it. Bend your elbows 90 degrees, hold it. Lift your hips up a little higher, hold it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close those knees, lower the hips down. Take your weights to the mat. All right, fingertips behind the back of the head to support. We're going to come up and across to the right side each time. Up and across. Now with the band, you can pull your knee in toward you and stretch the band a little bit here. If you want, you can also hold one or both weights at the shoulder, and that's going to give you a little bit more resistance. 9 more. Any of those options. 8. 7. 'If something's not feeling right, just leave it out. There's a lot of other things that we're working on in this exercise that you can do for you. Last one. And relax. Okay, if you're using the weight, bring it to your right shoulder. And we're going to come up and across. Option to lift that left knee, pulling against the band. Pull. Exhale as you come up. Inhale to lower. 9 more. Good. 6 to finish. Last 4. 3, 2, and 1. And relax down. Nicely done. Let's put the weight down. Remove your band. Now we can use the band to help us stretch. So if you'd like to, you can bring it onto your foot and you can use it to help you do your hamstring stretch. I know it's different than a yoga strap because it stretches, but I'm still getting a really good stretch here as I'm pulling that strap down. This bottom leg can lengthen out. That gives you a nice hip flexor stretch here too. So I want to grab the IT band and put it into the stretch. This is in the outside of your thigh and it attaches below the knee and up at the hip. So if we hold our strap or our stretchy band in the left hand, we're going to guide our leg over to the left just a little bit. And then I want you to turn your foot to the left a little bit. And then you'll feel that stretch right down the outside of your shin. Peroneus longus. And let's hold about another 15-20 seconds. Take some deep breaths. All right, let's bring that leg back to the center. You can rebend the bottom knee if you want. And let's get rid of that strap under the bottom of the right foot. And place it under the bottom of your left. Oh, that feels different on that side right away. The right leg can straighten out if you'd like. And our goal is to get this leg as straight as we can, but honestly, if it's bent, that's okay. You might not feel the IT band stretch as well. So let's hold that strap with the right hand, bring it across a little bit. Now this isn't a twist, so we're not going all the way over and twisting our spine. You're keeping your hips down on the floor and just bringing your leg across and then turn your ankle in. Breathe. Try to relax everything. Let me check my Fitbit here. I want to see how many steps we got today. I'm saying that we got just about 3,000. And a lot of the cardio that we did, I wasn't swinging my arm, right? So it didn't count the steps because I was holding weights stationary. So I think we got a good number of steps. More than 1.5 miles. Okay, let's bring it in, rebend that bottom knee, release your strap. And let's come up to sit. Take your time. And then we'll come into butterfly for our inner thigh stretch. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. So this is what a clamshell looks like. But we're going to fold over and stretch the inner thighs. Stretch the lower back. I think sometimes flexibility is really kind of that area of fitness that we forget to do a lot. And then I get busy teaching class and don't leave us enough time, but it's so important to stretch. And remember, there's a short and sweet out on my YouTube channel of daily stretches that's good to really work into your daily routine. Especially if you don't come on Thursdays to yoga, that's a good one to do on your own. Okay, so let's stretch our quads. So what I'm going to do is lean over to the side a little bit so I can bring this leg around. Now, if you can grab it, great, you can do your stretch, but if you can't grab it, you can just loop that foot through your rubber band. And then we're going to pull that leg back behind us with the heel toward the butt. And this stretch is right here in the front of the leg. Great job. You know, if we've had a knee replacement, something like that, and we don't have range of motion or arthritis to bend the knee enough to hold the ankle, your yoga strap or the band is a great tool for that. And if that doesn't work, you just lay your leg down and then you lean back. I'm actually feeling more of a stretch, to be honest, in my quad if I do it this way. Okay, so let's let that go, and then we'll do modified pigeon by bringing the chest forward over the front leg, the right leg. So we did a lot of things where we stretched against the band, the clamshells. So this is a good stretch for that area. Also, all the squats that we did today, there were quite a few. For those of you that like pigeon, you can slide this leg further back and come into your pigeon stretch as well. One more really deep breath in. And exhale out. Then press yourself up and take your time to switch the other leg. So we're going to bring this in, go over to the other side. So we're in kind of our Z-sit position. And then if you need to use your strap around that right ankle, or if you can grab a hold of it, great. And let's stretch here. I'm so pleased to be able to do this after knee replacement. I don't take it for granted because it's one of those things that's really hard to get after that surgery is the ability to bend your knee. And then remember the other option, we can set it down and then lean. Woo, yes. I'm going to do this one for a bit because this is really intense for me. All right, let's get that modified pigeon. Press yourself up. Take your chest over the front leg and relax down. Option to slide this leg back. It doesn't work good for me, so I'm going to do part of it maybe. And let's do one more nice deep breath. Exhale it out. And then take your time to come to your feet to finish. Whatever way works good for you, come on up. Take those feet a little bit wider than hips distance and let's side stretch. Slightly rotate this shoulder back and look up toward the ceiling. Your arm can be down here if that bothers your shoulder.